was fashioned from the cranium of the late Tiberius Cold Shroud, and served as a data skull for hundreds of years before arriving on the fourth planet in the Charon system. Magos explorator Cranwald Tertius expeditions should have sent us into Imperium-controlled territory, but nothing proved further from the truth. Widespread warp infestations, Xenos running rampant, and crossbred abhumans dominated the surface of the planet, while only a fragment of information about the standard template constructs we sought remained for us to investigate. I am, or was, Gustavius Cortex, and this is the tale of my demise. Long years that I spent in the darkness with naught but the eternal ticking of my internal monitors. My ward perished long ago to an unpredictable Xenos life form we were in the process of documenting that we had failed to subdue properly. When he rose approximately 003 standard Terran units later, our biometrics showed greatly decreased cerebral activity. It was not until a native psyker took an interest in me that I was placed in the near-eternal darkness, rewired to play a part in a puzzle of sorts. I had been reduced to a tool, as though I were nothing but a common servitor. Things went dark, then. Several individuals of both human and abhuman make came to take my test, and none succeeded. Sometimes, when I send a pulse of my augurs out, I could sense their bones beneath the floor tiling. The beginning of the end came with the arrival of a group of humans and their abhuman posse. The squat abhuman took to me after completing the menial task that was blocking up my memory and removed me from that place. I have kept careful logs of their interactions, as well as the Xenos we have encountered along the way. My databanks are full of darkness, but those faulty records should be expunged when I am free. Or so I thought. The group dealt with the psyker, but in doing so sided with a series of particularly dangerous Xenos. I have captured imagery of the specimens in question, and I believe that they will prove valuable bargaining material for the Ordo Xenos. If only I received chance to return to the stars. Instead, I have spent many cycles under the suns of this place. The abhuman refuses to let me go, and insists that we have become companions, and that, I quote, companions share information with one another. This is his opinion, but I do not deal in opinions. I deal in facts. If only he would cease his continual exploitation of my overfull memory banks to find logic loops that I cannot break free from. He has strange obsessions, this one. They do not stop once he received this world's equivalent of a manufactorum all to himself, a price that few would pay an abhuman like him, but still he would not settle. Instead, he dragged me across the planet's surface to scour for more information. This, I admit, I could appreciate. That he wished to employ such information to help a Xenos, one of her class, beyond previously established danger levels, that is, immediately diminished my enthusiasm. But search we did, and a lot of information we did uncover. To the frigid northern reaches which made my servo skiff stiff and my holy oil sluggish, to learn heretical carvings, to the far too warm southern lands where the high concentrations of salt in the air messes with my motherboard. No, I cannot say I could appreciate this world or its climates, but there is something comforting in the constant droning work of the abhuman, Dalrim, and his desire to improve the standing of this primitive world. He has managed, through vile heretical magic, surely earning him the death penalty if we ever get in contact with the Adeptus Mechanicus, to improve my grav engines enough that I can maneuver around with some effort again, though I would not know where to go with this newfound mobility. I fear the day he completes his work to improve on the Xenos he dubbed Dragon, which has grown to such monstrous proportions that it will surely doom not just this planet, but any other it can lay its claws on. Though perhaps that is simply for the best. Perhaps he would have gotten there sooner if he had not allowed himself to become distracted by female specimens of his particular strain of abhuman. The weakness of the flesh simply cannot help itself. But a it does mean that I am entrapped further, now a familiar to a young dwarven offspring. Emperor, forgive me.